Hey guys, welcome to Dom's Corner, where we talk about all sorts of fun stuff, mostly dealing in the world of entertainment, sometimes just life in general. But with that said, I am your host, Dom Martino, and thanks for tuning in today. Got a fun topic that I'd like to dive into today, and that is movies that came out the year I was born, which is 1993, so we'll get into all that later. Been a while since I've done a show, so did want to explain that. I know I always come up with these excuses and they sound horrible, and they are horrible. We shouldn't have to do that. But just so you guys know, the reason that I have not been on the show or active or haven't done a show in a while is because I've been getting new equipment. My old equipment pretty much took a giant crap on me, so playing with all this new stuff, and it sounds a lot more professional, I think, personally. You guys can let me know. But yeah, I think this is the best that we're gonna get in terms of the audio for the show. So and I apologize, I keep looking at my laptop here because trying to monitor everything and make sure everything is going well. Moving forward, I would like to be a lot more consistent. So I'm thinking that what I'm going to do is have a show on, let's say, starting next week, because it's risky for me, and you guys know this, to commit to something right away. So let's say starting next week, we're going to go for Tuesdays and Fridays for a show. I don't have an exact time yet. I will get back to you on that with the next show. So, I know it's been a while, over a month, and I gotta be honest with you guys, I am excited that I got this new audio equipment in here, because it should sound a lot better. I have a actual mic setup, which is wonderful. We just got a new audio mixer for the show as well. So, gotta be honest with you guys, something else I've been doing is trying to work out what this show would be, because we never really had a consistent path with that. In the first episode, if you guys don't remember, we did, a game stream for Battlefront 2, and then the software I was using to do that crapped out on me. I'm going to be looking for a fix with that also here as soon as I can. So that should be coming up. And yeah, it's all a financial adventure that I have to go on, and it's not cheap to do this. I could say that much. I've already spent more than I ever thought I would on audio gear. So, so it really does depend on how we do. If you guys want the game streams, I'm gonna need support. Just so I know that it's worth spending the money on. You know what I mean? Yeah, because unfortunately, like I said, the software I was using to do that had crapped out on me, and I'm bummed about it too. I loved playing Battlefront. You guys saw how excited I was. It was one of the best things I've ever done on this channel. But in order to get the right software to do that, I do need support. I need to know that the channel is growing. If you guys want me to see me continue to play Battlefront 2, unfortunately, and I do apologize about that. I was really bummed about that as well. If it was free to do, the way it used to be when I first started this show, I would keep doing it, and it might still be free to do. I might just be a dummy and not know how to fix the software, but I'm all new to this technology, and that's just me being honest. Anyway, I am going to be more consistent. You will see shows every week. I do plan on that. Again, I'm sorry I'm looking back and forth. I'm just trying to moderate the everything and make sure it's all going well. I really do love that I can hear myself now in sync. That all also came with all the new audio equipment and everything else. So it's wonderful. And I want to try to get more people on the show. We still have COVID-19 going on, unfortunately. So that'll be something where I'll have to probably Skype people in for right now. But I'm not sure. But as of right now, I am very excited to be back here, sitting down and talking into a mic again. This is something that I really love doing in this format, especially in the more long form podcast format. So I hope you guys can indulge me and stick around for the hour or however long I go today. I know it's been a long time, so I owe you guys as much time as I can give you for right now. But like I said, I'm going to shoot for next week, Tuesdays and Fridays for a show. So we'll do 2 a week, which I think is an easy goal to hit, but I do need your guys' support in order to hit that. So what have I been doing lately? Like I said, I've been trying to figure out what we could do for this channel. I want to try to start bringing up fun topics and stuff that people can really get involved in, and really try to build that community in the comment section, so everybody can kind of get involved with stuff. The other thing I've been doing is I've been doing some reading. I am currently rereading the Star Wars Aftermath trilogy. I'm on the first book again, and I gotta say, this is a book that I really did not like the first time around. Rereading it, I am loving this. So I'm gonna probably do a review on the book. Book reviews are something that I'm gonna make a part of this. And what I would like to do when I do reviews is I would like to clip those sections out of the show so we can get some short form content up here as well. I know I'm not doing reviews by Dom, but I would like to clip out reviews just to put short form content onto the channel. So let's hope we can do that. That also requires some technological skills that I can do, but still not the easiest thing to do. So again, here's hoping for the best. And I also been watching some movies. I did see the King of Staten Island. This is a film that I recommend. This was directed by Judd Apatow. It stars Pete Davidson. It's autobiographical. I actually thought this movie was perfect. It was everything that it was trying to be. And I'm being serious. It's not like this big spectacular movie, but it's very funny with a lot of heart, and there are some things that you learn about Pete Davidson, and it's a very honest portrayal while also being fictional in some areas of his, in terms of his life. So that's pretty cool. I do recommend that very much. It's a very great movie with a lot of heart, and I was very impressed, and it's my favorite Judd Apatow film. If you asked me if it was his best comedy, no, but as a film, the filmmaking behind it is very good. It's also a good looking movie too. I don't typically really judge that too harshly when it comes to comedies, but if the movie looks as good as it does, that's always a bonus. So I do recommend The King of Staten Island. So please guys, check that out if you can. I highly recommend that. So the next thing, or the other thing I should say that I've been doing is I've been watching some trailers, and one of the ones that looked really, really good to me the first time, or within the first trailer I should say, is The King's Man. I gotta say, this new trailer that just dropped, not into it. I really think it looks like a retread of the first one, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I think this movie's gonna suck. And I hate to say that because I love the first Kingsman. It was fresh, it was new, it was kind of a it kind of turned the spy genre on its head. That sort of a James Bond genre, even though it's something very different from James Bond, it's still a spy movie, and it turned that on its head. And then the second movie is very lackluster compared to the first. I guess it's okay, and that's kind of how this looked. It just looked okay. Unfortunately, I like the time period that's set in. That is one thing I did like about it. The other thing I liked about the trailer is that the action looked quite spectacular, but overall, it looks like a retread of the first movie, just set in a time period before that. That's just the vibe I got. Maybe you guys love the trailer. I know a lot of people love the trailer. For me, it just wasn't really hitting. So that is unfortunate. But hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and I will still go see it. And pandemic pending, I'm gonna wait and see what happens to everybody else that decides to walk into the movie theaters first here. I know they're opening next month, and hopefully we can get a handle on this thing, because I would really like to go see The Kingsman. I would love to go see Tenet coming up. The new trailer for that was sick as well. So I'm just saying that I really hope I can get to the theater and see some movies here very soon. But if I can't, one of the great things that we do have coming up on streaming, and this is a Disney Plus event, and this is Hamilton. I don't know if you guys saw the trailer for this. Now, this isn't a movie adaptation of Hamilton. It's a live performance just recorded with the original cast, and it looks like it was recorded so well. I can't wait. This is really cool. It's a chance for everybody to see Hamilton from their homes. Those are like the hardest tickets to get in the world when it comes around. So it's going to be pretty cool to see it with the original cast, and just hopefully going to be a lot of fun. I really dig the Hamilton soundtrack, guys. And I'm serious. Like, I really dig that soundtrack. It's almost like a musical audiobook, and it has such a story to it. But to see it played live with Lin-Manuel Miranda, who I'm almost obsessed with. I think that guy is crazy fucking talented. And I cannot wait to see what he brings to the performance, because I've never actually seen it before. I've heard him sing the songs, and this is all his idea, and it's wonderful. It's a massive, massive hit on Broadway. So I think this is just a wonderful thing, especially in the midst of a pandemic, to have on Disney Plus when people don't want to go out. And I think that this is going to keep people entertained for, I don't know how long the production is, but I know that the soundtrack is a 2-disc set when you get it. So, and there's a lot of songs on it, so it's a longer production, and it'll keep people entertained for hours. And I bet it's going to have a lot of rewatchability to it, because that music is just so damn good. And I'm hoping the production meets the standard. I'm sure it does. It's a show that is always sold out, so keep that in mind. And I'm so excited to see Hamilton on not the big screen, but well, my screen's fairly big, 65 inches. And I'm excited to see it on the 65-inch screen. I hope it holds up. The one thing that concerns me is it's on Disney Plus, so they're going to be censoring the F-bombs out of it, obviously, or maybe they'll just cut those songs, which would kind of suck. I don't know if they'll cut the word bastard out. I doubt it. I mean, the Pirates of the Caribbean movies used the word bastard a couple times, and those are on Disney Plus, uncensored. So, because I know that first song is "How does the son of a bastard" or whatever it is, you know. So, looking forward to seeing that. It looks amazing. I think it's shot in 4K. Don't hold me to that. So that's going to be even cooler to see on the 4K TV. So very, very excited. I've been waiting for something like this for a while, or I've been wanting to see the Hamilton production. Now, I'm sure it's better in Broadway, but I don't have to go to Broadway necessarily to see it with the original cast. You know what I mean? So that's pretty cool and exciting, and I can't wait to see his live production. It's coming out July 3rd already, guys. Wow. So that's right around the corner. I'm excited. That's one of the most anticipated things coming out. I don't know if I can necessarily call that a film. It's a stage production that's recorded. It's kind of a film. But I guarantee if this hits on Disney Plus, we're gonna see a live action like movie adaptation of this. You know what I mean? Guarantee it. I don't know why they haven't done this already, because that show just sells the hell out every single time. So I do want to get into the main thing that we're going to discuss here today. And if you give me a second, making this list for me to see, and I just thought it'd be fun to kind of go through these. So here we go. Okay. Number 50 is The Crush. I've never heard of this movie. Let's see. So number 49 is Three Colors Blue. Never heard of this. Looks like it's highly acclaimed. A woman struggles to find a way to live her life after the death of her husband. No, never heard of that. Looks like it's highly acclaimed. Looks like a foreign film almost, so maybe I should check that out at some point. It might be good. Number 48 is Live, directed by Frank Marshall. I like Frank Marshall. Ethan Hawke's in this movie. This might actually really be worth checking out. Sorry if the audio was low. I didn't have my mic very close there. Okay, Gettysburg. I know is one of the greatest movies of all time. I guess it's a sequel to something, right? Or there is a sequel to this movie or something like that. I don't know. Tom Berenger, Martin Sheen. I hear it's a great movie. Maybe I should check this out. Cool Runnings. I'm not a big fan. I love John Candy, guys. And he's great in this movie. I do not like Cool Runnings. I got to be honest with you. It kind of bums me out that it came out. Here I was born. Let's see. Silver. It's got William Baldwin, Sharon Stone, Tom Berenger. Never seen this movie. Never heard of it. Not a big William Baldwin fan. Looks like not a lot of people dug this movie either, based on the ratings here. So maybe not worth checking out. I like Sharon Stone. Let's see. Number 44 is Naked. Never heard of this movie either. This is David Thewlis. Ooh, I like David Thewlis. Looks like it's actually pretty highly acclaimed. Let's see. Parallel tales of two sexually obsessed men, one hurting and annoying. Sounds like could be kind of like a psychological drama. One hurting and annoying women, physically and mentally. Oh shit. Let's see here. Okay. One hurting and annoying women physically and mentally, one wandering around the city, talking to strangers and experiencing dimensions of life. Sounds interesting. Much Ado About Nothing. I know a lot of people that love this movie. Directed by Kenneth Branagh, who I love as an actor and a director. I also know he's in this movie. Emma Thompson, Keanu Reeves, Kate Beckinsale. Sounds like a great cast. I know it's based on Shakespeare. So yeah, maybe one to check out for sure. Never seen it. Number 42, In the Line of Fire. Oh, it was directed by Wolfgang Peterson. Looks like it's got pretty high acclaim. Shit. Sorry, I lost my spot again. Clint Eastwood, John Malkovich, Rene Russo. What a cast. Bill McDermott, Secret Service agent. Frank Horrigan couldn't save Kennedy, but he's determined not to let a clever assassin take out the president. Wow, that sounds great, actually. RoboCop 3. Never actually seen RoboCop 3. I heard it's a shit sequel. Directed by Fred Decker, though. I love RoboCop, the original. I've never seen RoboCop 3. Maybe I should check it out. I like Fred Decker a lot, the director. I know those movies are kind of hit and miss with some people, but Fred Decker, really, really good. Still works in Hollywood today as a writer. I know he works with Shane Black a lot, so maybe I should check that out, though. That sounds really... I had no idea he directed RoboCop 3. Gotta be honest with you. Okay. What we got here? Homeward Bound, The Incredible Journey. I'm not sure where this comes in the lineup of Homeward Bound movies. Maybe it's the first one. I love these when I was a kid. Listen to this voice cast, though. I mean, it's Michael J. Fox, Sally Field. Sally Field might be in my top 5 favorite actresses of all time. But I used to love those movies when I was younger. The Homeward Bound movies. 39. So I Married an Axe Murderer. Really put Mike Myers on the map, I think, outside of SNL. I think that So I Married an Axe Murderer really did it. Nancy Travis is in that movie. That's a wonderful, wonderful comedy. Extremely rewatchable, hysterical. One that I highly recommend. The Piano. Highly acclaimed movie. Let's see. Never seen this. Holly Hunter, Harvey Keitel. I love Harvey Keitel. I like Holly Hunter as well. Maybe I should check this out. Sam Neill's in this. Anna Paquin. Might be one I gotta check out. In the mid-19th century, a mute woman is sent to New Zealand along with her young daughter and prize piano for an arranged marriage to a wealthy landowner, but is soon lusted after by a local worker on the plantation. Okay. I like that. It sounds good. 37, my favorite sports movie of all time. Rudy. What happened to Sean Astin, man? Sean Astin, Jon Favreau are in this movie. Ned Beatty's in this movie. Is the greatest sports movie of all time, in my personal opinion. If not the greatest sports movie, definitely the greatest football film. I actually think it's the greatest sports movie. The ending still gets me emotional to this day. Blood In, Blood Out, I've heard of. Never actually watched this. 35, Dennis the Menace. Yes. Love this from when I was a kid. Directed by Nick Castle. Walter Matthau's in this film. Oh, man. Walter Matthau is the best Mr. Wilson. I love Don Rickles as Mr. Wilson in the second one. But Walter Matthau, like, is Mr. Wilson. I mean, let's be honest. He's amazing in that movie. Yeah, I love that as a childhood comedy. Nightmare Before Christmas, not a Tim Burton movie, folks. So quit calling it your favorite Tim Burton movie. The movie was actually directed by Henry Selick. Tim Burton just wrote the short story that the film's based on, but other than that, I don't think it goes in his direction at all. I'm not sure. I haven't read the short story, but it's not a Tim Burton movie, even though it's called Tim Burton's Nightmare Before. They just put his name on there to give it, I don't know, extra clout. Obviously, Danny Elfman, Chris Sarandon, Catherine O'Hara, William Hickey. This is, yeah, it's a fantastic movie. And if you say it's your favorite Tim Burton movie, really all you're saying is you like that better than every Tim Burton movie, because Tim Burton did not direct the film. So, just a fun fact, guys. Falling Down, rest in peace, Joel Schumacher, just passed. At 80 years old, he did direct this film. Michael Douglas, Robert Duvall, Barbara Hershey. Never seen this. A lot of people tell me it's good. It's one of Schumacher's better movies, obviously better than the Batman movies. So maybe I should check that out. Carlito's Way, I recommend. It's a good movie. Al Pacino, Sean Penn, directed by Brian De Palma. Obviously, it's good just based on that alone. John Leguizamo. I'm not sure these are necessarily the top 50 movies. It's just like 50 movies that came out in 93, I guess. I don't know how they're ranking these. 31, you got The Secret Garden. Good movie. Yeah, I recommend that one. I like that movie. Number 30, In the Name of the Father. Yeah, directed by Jim Sheridan. Stars Daniel Day-Lewis. Obviously, this is something worth checking out, I think. Let's see. A man's coerced confession, to an IRA bombing he did not commit results in the imprisonment of his father as well. An English lawyer fights to free them. Wow, it sounds actually incredibly interesting. Yes, one of my favorite guilty pleasures. Okay, so guys, this is a terrible movie by all accounts, but it's so bad that it's good. Super Mario Brothers, starring Bob Hoskins, John Leguizamo, Dennis Hopper. Yeah, God, great cast, bad movie. Probably the worst video game movie of all time. There's a lot of really bad video game movies, but I don't think you could top how bad that one is. It's so bad, it's hysterical. Guilty pleasure of mine for sure. Let's see, number 28, we got A Bronx Tale. Gotta get this on Blu-ray. I think they finally released it after years of waiting. Directed by Robert De Niro. Starring Robert De Niro. Chaz Palminteri, I think that's how you pronounce his name. He's a great actor. I know who he is. Lilo Braccato actually has an interesting story behind him. That's an actor who you got to look into. I'm not going to get into it here because it's a controversial story, and I have my own opinions on it. I do not want to share on this channel. Not that we can't get controversial here. It's just it's honestly a time thing, guys. And I don't want to get into it to try to justify my points. Really great in this movie, but man, he kind of did screw up his life in a lot of ways. And yeah, The Firm, never saw this Tom Cruise movie. Sidney Pollack directed it though. Maybe it's worth checking out because of that. I do like Tom Cruise. Gene Hackman's also in the film, so that's always great. Yes, Addams Family Values is the shit. That's number 26. Barry Sonnenfeld obviously directed this movie. Addams Family Values, I don't care. It's better than the first Addams Family, in my opinion. I love that movie. Definitely need to rewatch that here soon. Number 25, we have The Age of Innocence, a Martin Scorsese movie I actually have not seen here. Highly acclaimed, obviously. Listen to this. Tale of a 19th century New York high society in which a young lawyer falls in love with a woman separated from her husband while he is engaged to the woman's cousin. Yeah, it sounds like it's going to be an incredible Scorsese movie. You got Daniel Day-Lewis starring in there, Michelle Pfeiffer, Winona Ryder. Daniel Day-Lewis is arguably the greatest actor of all time, guys. Might not be my personal favorite, but he's arguably the greatest. I mean, some of the performances are just beyond incredible. He really dives into his roles like most people don't. It's true though. Three Musketeers. I like Three Musketeers. This is the one with Charlie Sheen and Kiefer Sutherland. Remains of the Day. I've never seen, but I've heard of it. Directed by James Ivory, stars Anthony Hopkins, Emma Thompson, Christopher Reeve. I love Christopher Reeve. Best Superman, guys. I mean, come on. Butler who sacrificed body and soul to service in the years leading up to World War II realizes too late, that's odd, how misguided his loyalty was to his lordly employer. Sounds like a great movie, though. I mean, weirdly written description. Let's see, Fire in the Sky I've heard of. Not interested, gotta be honest with you. It's probably one that I'm just gonna miss forever. Indecent, who knows, maybe I'll watch it eventually. Indecent Proposal I've heard of. Man, it looks like critics actually hate this movie. Robert Redford's in it with Demi Moore, Woody Harrelson. Yeah, maybe it's worth checking out for the kid. Cliffhanger. I have a friend who loves Cliffhanger. Cliffhanger is what it is. It's not a bad movie. Not necessarily. Menace to Society I've never seen. Believe it or not, I know it's like one that a lot of people love. Maybe I should check it out. Philadelphia. I believe that Tom Cruise won his first Oscar for Philadelphia. It's obviously got a great cast. Tom Hanks, Denzel Washington. Yeah, I gotta watch this. I've never actually seen Philadelphia. You know, it's like a sin. Sister Act 2, Back in the Habit. That's just a train wreck of a movie. I'm not, like, this first Sister Act, I'll admit, it's not made for me, but it's at least got, like, merit to it. Sister Act 2 is a train wreck of a movie. Don't recommend that one, guys. Sleepless in Seattle, obviously a good movie. I mean, Tom Hanks, Meg Ryan, they both have great chemistry. Got to rewatch it. Haven't seen it in a while. But yeah, they're also great in You Got Mail together. Last Action Hero is an underrated Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. Highly recommended. Basically, the kid gets stuck in an action movie with Arnold, and yeah, I just highly recommend that one. Hocus Pocus. Honestly, I recognize that Hocus Pocus has talented people in it. Bette Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker, Kathy Najimy, and I get that it has merit. That's just another one that just was not made for me, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. But you know, I wouldn't give it like a bad review. It just wasn't made for me. Fugitive. Okay, you guys are gonna kill me. I own this on Blu-ray and I still haven't watched it. Harrison Ford's in it. Tommy Lee Jones, and I haven't watched U.S. Marshals either, the sequel. Maybe I should pop that in here soon. Groundhog Day, obviously a classic Bill Murray comedy. Oh, one of my favorites. I can't believe critics panned this movie. Directed by Chris Columbus, Mrs. Doubtfire, Robin Williams, Sally Field once again, Pierce Brosnan, who's actually really great in this movie. Robin Williams too. I mean, Robin Williams gives like his career best performance. One of the Lawrence brothers are in that too. Amazing comedy. Love Mrs. Doubtfire. I don't want to rewatch that now. Number 10, we got Demolition Man. I've heard Demolition Man sucks upon like rewatch, but it's getting a sequel to my understanding. Sylvester Stallone, Wesley Snipes, Sandra Bullock. I mean, obviously I watched it like a long time ago, but I liked it then. I thought it was just like kind of a fun Stallone action movie, but it doesn't. Sorry, number 9, we have The Sandlot, which great. Gives me a lot of nostalgia. Doesn't look like critics like this one too much, but James Earl Jones in that is amazing. Ooh, great movie here. What's Eating Gilbert Grape? Excellent movie. DiCaprio gives like one of his career best performances at 16 in that, and Johnny Depp as well is amazing in this movie. Mary Steenburgen's in that; she's pretty good. Juliette Lewis. Highly recommend What's Eating Gilbert Grape, guys. Really do if you haven't seen it. Okay, what do we got next? Oh, number 7, Robin Hood Men in Tights, which my cousin is in. Or it's more like my uncle's cousin, but we're related that way. Yeah, it's the girl that played Marla Hooch. I can't think of her name right now. It's terrible because she's family. She's in this film, and she's funny in it. Yeah, this is one of my favorite Mel Brooks movies. The best Robin Hood movie, to be honest. Like, when do we ever get good Robin Hood movies? This is a spoof on Robin Hood, yet it's the best Robin Hood movie. Directed by Mel Brooks, stars Cary Elwes, Richard Lewis. I think Dom DeLuise is in that too. I remember if he's in, I'm pretty sure he's in this. Also, Dave Chappelle's in that movie. He's very, very funny in it. Let's see. Rookie of the Year. I love this movie. I think it's on Disney Plus right now. I gotta rewatch it. It's got the Thomas Ian Nicholas, who played Kevin in those American Pie movies. Gary Busey. Daniel Stern directed this film. He's a very funny guy. He's also in the film. Hey, that movie's fun. It has a lot of heart. It's about a kid that, basically, I think he joins the Cubs. Yeah, joins the Cubs. Daniel Stern's in the movie as well. On top of directing it, he's hysterical in it. Okay, hers is one of the greatest westerns of all time. Never watched it. I know you guys can kill me. Tombstone. Listen to this cast though. I mean, Kurt Russell, Val Kilmer, Sam Elliott, Bill Paxton. Gotta see this movie. I hear amazing things from everybody. Okay, never seen True Romance. Gotta be honest with you. Directed by Tony Scott. I know Tarantino wrote this movie, so maybe it's worth checking out for that. I don't count it as part of his filmography. I mean, obviously Tony Scott got final word on this one, but he wrote it, so it could be fun. Christian Slater. I'm not a big fan. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Patricia Arquette. I like her. Dennis Hopper. Love Dennis Hopper. Val Kilmer. Love Val Kilmer. Yeah, so that might be worth checking out maybe. All right, so we're down to the top 3 here. Okay, so number 3 is Dazed and Confused, directed by Richard Linklater. One of the original stoner comedies, one of the first appearances, if not the first, of Matthew McConaughey. One of the first, I think the first appearance of Ben Affleck, for sure. Oh, gosh, it's the original stoner comedy, I think, and it's really, truly great. Yeah, guys, that's one I highly recommend. Oh man, number 2, Schindler's List. Very disturbing movie that I got to go back and rewatch. For sure. I do own it on Blu-ray now, so I'll probably pop that in. But obviously, it's a great movie. It's one of the best movies of this year, probably of my birth year. Very disturbing. Very highly acclaimed. Obviously, it's got a 94 Metascore. Holy shit. Directed by Steven Spielberg. Obviously, Liam Neeson is in this film. Ralph Fiennes, Ben Kingsley. Rafe Fiennes? Ralph Fiennes? Rafe, right? Rafe Fiennes. Yeah, I can never pronounce that guy's name. Rafe Fiennes. Yeah. Ben Kingsley. Yeah, a really fantastic movie. Highly recommend that. And then number 1 is Jurassic Park, obviously one of the greatest films of all time. Also directed by Steven Spielberg. So Spielberg made 2 great hits that year. Sam Neill, Laura Dern, Jeff Goldblum, Richard Attenborough. Yeah, guys, I mean, it's Jurassic Park is easily one of the greatest of all time. If you have never seen Jurassic Park, what the hell? Classic movie. One of the greatest of all time. One of my personal favorites from my childhood and even today still holds up. One of the first movies to use great animation, to use CGI properly. The way Spielberg did it, man, it changed everything. And I mean properly. Like Lucas did it in Phantom Menace. I like that movie, but it's dated. It looks dated because when he did it in '99, most of his effects were taken up by CGI. As to where it all looks dated, but the Spielberg mixed animatronics and CGI very, very well in Jurassic Park, and just a beloved classic. One of my favorite movies of all time. Probably would at least make my top 20. Jurassic Park, if not top 10. I mean, seriously, I would really have to think about it, but it's Jurassic Park. So, anyway, guys, so that was a lot of fun. I enjoyed going through those. Let me know what some of your favorites were from that list, or some of your favorites from your birth year. I'd like to hear from you in the comment section below. Guys, I'm going to leave my Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that in the description below, so be sure to follow me there. Hit that subscribe button below. Please hit that like button on this video. It always helps, guys. Like I said, I'm going to try to do these twice a week now, starting next week. Not necessarily this week. I'll try, but Tuesdays and Fridays is what we're going to shoot for from here on out, and shoot for. I know it's risky, like I said, and I know I've had trouble with consistency, but I really want to try to give this a real shot. I'm so happy about this new equipment I got in here, and yeah, guys. So thank you for joining Dom's Corner. Please tell your friends, share this with your friends, share it on Facebook. I think there should be a link in the description for the audio-only form of this podcast as well. If not on this video, I'll have it on the next one for sure. Because I gotta upload some stuff to catch it up. So there's that. But yeah, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. I appreciate it. And this has been Dom's Corner. I've been Dom Martino, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you.